So when TV streaming really started, and I will say, we've been involved with Hulu and streaming TV for 9, 10 years now. It really started out as a brand play and, building awareness at the top of the funnel. And interestingly, we had been working with the partners, the streaming television publishers and partners to bring it more and more into a performance play for our clients. Our clients are very focused on performance media. So all the media dollars that we invest and we spend on their behalf have to have a return on investment, have to have measurability and analytics that go along with it, where we're able to report back on visits, orders, acquisitions, cost pers for every single one of those metrics. And so as we've worked with these partners to really build out the attribution and measurement capabilities, we've been able to bring more and more of our clients along for the ride into this new area. And really in the last 3 years, this area has exploded, especially for performance marketers as measurement capabilities have come into place. And so we are now at the point where many of our clients have integrated streaming TV into their evergreen strategy versus, the test. We're just going to test it and see if it works. We've moved out of that phase of connected TV, streaming TV with most of our clients. And now we're in that phase of having it be a critical component for the marketing mix, for the media mix, for the vast majority of our clients. In fact, some of our clients are running 100% on streaming TV.
So not to get too deep in the weeds, but how do you measure performance with CTV? Like, what are some tools that you employ?
Yeah, absolutely. It is pixel-based, which is beautiful because it's one-to-one. So very much like digital, where you understand exactly who and where your ad impressions are being served to. Same thing on streaming television. And so it really is, I always like to refer to streaming television as the beautiful intersection of linear television and digital advertising, because you have that same, full experience from a consumer perspective of seeing it on your big screen, of getting the sight and the sound and the emotion and all the great things that come along with television advertising, but you have the targetability and the measurability that you have on the digital side. And so from a performance measurement perspective, we place pixels on clients' websites to say, okay, we know we've served you an ad now, and are you going to a website to now visit, explore, order, sign up for a subscription, whatever that particular KPI is? We're able to see that through that one-to-one attribution because we know who you are, we know that we've served you an ad, and then we know that you've actually gone and responded to that ad.
So, Minnie, how do you see the changing landscape of media, investment, and sort of the role of CTV, versus search versus social, mobile? How are things changing? And of course, the mix is different for different clients. But how do you see things changing? Kind of the paintbrush that you're using there.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because we do have quite a number of our clients who have come to us because, like Facebook isn't working for them anymore, or it's gotten cost prohibitive, or, they've maybe hit their cap on how much they can scale, say Facebook, right? And so, both Facebook and streaming TV, I would say, are top of funnel, but you can also tie direct conversions to these channels. And so when they're looking for, and they're kind of more digitally minded, or maybe they're digital first, they've, spent what they could on Facebook in terms of scalability. And so now they're looking for an alternate channel. Oftentimes they'll come to us to say, help us now expand into this additional channel that we need for top of funnel that can also help drive response, that is also measurable. And so we do see some of our clients actually diverting funds from, say, what would traditionally be a Facebook budget to the connected TV, streaming TV channel. The other thing from say like Google search, things like that, I mean, Google is always going to be there. Search is always going to be there from a, lower funnel tactic perspective. And the reality is it works well together, right? They actually should work together. So if you've got top of funnel activities happening through Facebook, through connected TV, through linear TV, whatever other top of funnel channels you're utilizing, you really need your Google search there to kind of capture the awareness, the interest, the response that you are creating out in the marketplace. So when your consumers are now searching for your brand, you're there to be found. So, and you're essentially answering their call.
So, Vinny, finally, I wanted to ask about, investment strategy in CTV, and there's so many players, and it's so interesting. There's big portals. There's of course platforms like Roku. How do you determine your investment strategy amongst this like plethora of opportunities?
Yeah. I mean, the beauty of DSP programmatic platforms like Roku is that it gives you access to pretty much all the publishers out there, right? It's just in terms of how are you purchasing that inventory could be different. You could do PMP deals, which are private marketplace deals. You could have fixed, pricing versus floor pricing and, participating in the auctions. In streaming television testing, having a broad range of testing is really critical to finding scalability, to finding success in a way that you can actually scale up from an efficiency perspective. And so, test different pods, test different inventory, test different audiences against different inventory to find those areas of success. And DSPs, programmatic platforms, absolutely allow the flexibility to allow you to do that in a low risk situation, because you're not then beholden to a certain spend amount, or you're not, having to commit to 4 weeks, 2 months, whatever it is in terms of a campaign. You can turn things on and off as you find the success. I would say, rigorous testing and continuous testing is very critical in terms of being able to find success within the streaming TV platforms.